A huge proportion of the problems, setbacks and prejudice that autistic people encounter in life stem from communication. If only there was a way for us all to understand each other better. Whilst autistic people can communicate with each other effectively, and other people generally understand each other too, when autistic and non-autistic people talk to one another, misunderstandings are common. It's almost as if we're using the same words, but speaking a different language. There are some autists who are disabled by learning difficulties, epilepsy, intellectual disabilities, motor control issues, and others. Even those who are autistic and nothing more still find ourselves disabled by difficulty communicating in a world full of people who understand and process information differently to us. It leads to underestimation of our potential, incorrect and harmful assumptions about our feelings or intent, and those in turn lead to loss of opportunity and even aggressive prejudice. It's well known that a number of autistic people don't always use verbal language. Some of us don't speak at all, some rarely do, and some of us lose our speech when suffering stress or trauma. During a period without speech, we are described as non-speaking, as opposed to the outdated term non-verbal. Most who never speak still understand verbal language, but cannot or do not reply in the same manner. Whether it's down to inability, temporary stress, or choice, it's important we respect that they can still usually hear or read our words, so we should speak to them in the same manner we would anyone else on the spectrum. Do bear in mind too that children who don't speak or appear to be delayed in their speech development often start to speak later in life when the time is right for them. Sometimes when they open up, their speech is fully developed, but they weren't ready to use it before. Many of these people have gone on to distinguished careers in commerce, finance, academia, technology and the arts. A child may be non-speaking now, but they could well be your boss one day. In this series, we aim to bridge the communication gap to enable autistic and non-autistic people to understand the differences in our communication styles, so that we can find some common ground and perhaps learn to speak one another's language more effectively. There will be information and tips for both autistic and non-autistics alike. Throughout the series, we'll be using certain terms that you may be unfamiliar with. We don't want to be repetitive, so we'll use a few different names for autistic and non-autistic people. None are disrespectful of either side, but it's best to know these words which are in common usage from the very beginning. The majority of autistic people don't like the use of PFL, or person first language, like person with autism or person who has autism. It can feel disrespectful and condescending to separate us from something which is an integral part of our thoughts and interactions with the world. Such language also implies that we are diseased or dysfunctional, or that we can separate being autistic from the rest of our being. We won't be using it for those reasons. We'll use the following: autistic, autist, or on the spectrum. Instead of saying people who are not autistic all the time, we'll use the common terms neurotypical, meaning someone whose neurology is close to that of the majority, and its abbreviation NT. We'll also use the word allistic, which is a derivative of autistic. We'll not be saying normal, nor will we say average, since this implies autistic people are either above or below average. The words we'll use are neurotypical or typical, NT, and allistic. Autistic communication is different because our brains sense and understand how the world works differently. Because of this, the language being spoken doesn't matter. A French, Chinese, or Bangladeshi autistic will have similar communication needs and differences in their home countries and languages, as I do as an Englishman. It's not about the language itself, but the way we use words and non-verbal tools to convey meaning and how that meaning is understood that makes the crucial difference. Remember, that there is as much variety in autistic minds as in neurotypical minds. The topics we will cover all apply to a significant majority of autistic communication, but not all of them apply to every autist. They provide a great place to start though, and as always, the better you know the person you're talking to, the better you'll learn how to effectively communicate with each other. Each short session will be on a particular topic, some of which will be about verbal communication, some about non-verbal, and some that will cross over. As the series goes on, we hope your skills of understanding autistics if you're neurotypical, or communicating with NTs if you're an autist, should gradually improve. This series should be of particular use to the parents and families of autistic people, and those who work with people on the spectrum. That includes educators, administrators, medical staff, people in government, employers, in fact, pretty much everyone. If we improve communication between the autistic and non-autistic communities, we not only improve outcomes for autistic people, our societies benefit from the many skills and attributes autistic people can contribute. Now that we've explained the basic principles of this series, you're ready for Chapter 1, which is linked at the end of this introduction and in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy our journey through autistic and neurotypical communication.